Alright then, hold up, cause I don't give a fuck if you need like 6 trap beats in a row. Need to diversify your mind. Some will bust it like this. The skunk buttocks got my eyes chino, waiting on pins and needles for a flock of seagulls to stun on you like my last name Knievel. So then it's ramen noodles, hot Cheetos. My life a motion picture, no sequel.
The name of the project is going to be Metralleta.
Okay.
Metralleta, which is submachine gun.
Okay.
Right? And that's from. And now I understand why it should be like 45 minutes. So now. That's from. So the that came from. In high school, I was big into battling. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? Before recording any music, you know, in high school, I was all about battling, and I used to get scraped. Freshman year, half a sophomore year, I was getting shitted on so hard.
But that's funny you say that, though, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't admit that, man.
Nah, I used to get scraped, and that was when it was, like, really freestyling. You weren't, like, you know, it's not like, you know, no knock to anyone who does it, but it wasn't like the, you know,
the pre-written,
king of the dots,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not like you study someone for 6 months and you know all their shortcomings.
Right.
That was like, yo, like, you know, it'd be an advantage if it was someone from your school, but oftentimes, you know, there's also people coming from like the next city over to meet you after school, so you don't know who the fuck is coming. You just heard he's nice, and you might be shaking in your boots if he gets to gunning you down. But that was like where I started, and I remember this one day, kind of when I had gotten to that point where I was like, yo, like, don't sleep on Skittles. That's what they used to call me, Skittles, instead of Eminem, right? Don't sleep on Skittles. He's nice. He's gonna fuck you up. So when I got into that point, there was these kids in the projects from Hackensack, you know, DTP, downtown projects. They wanted to set up like a 3-on-3. So it was like, here, Beatty, who was like the illest, and 2 of his friends, was going to go up against me and 2 people of my choice. One of them was my boy Oscar, who was the one who got me into like seriously writing, you know what I'm saying, in high school. And another cat named James, who was from like another town over. And we just thought he was the illest because he just was on some like necro shit. He was just like discombobulating you in reverse. We thought he was nice, whatever. So the day comes, it's Friday. James is nowhere to be found. Oscar gets cold feet. He's like, yo, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, there's no way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got girls I'm interested in here watching this shit. We got people from other towns, other schools here. Like, it's a crazy crowd. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm battling all 3 of them. First kid, I dispose of him with 1 line. Second kid, I dispose of him with 4 lines. And then ultimately, you know, every crowd gets broken up because there's like teachers, cops. You know, we had cops in us with like, get out of here. So the third battle, I'm in downtown projects battling Beatty, and that wasn't as easy. That was like fucking 15, 16 rounds, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you had all, you know what I'm saying, his old heads from the projects watching. It's like, yo, Bubba Sparks is fucking roasting you right now. You know what I'm saying? So I took that victory, and I remember one of the people that was with us, we had, there's like a big ESL. You know what ESL is, right? So there's a big ESL group in our high school. And one of those kids, for whatever reason, I don't even know how much of it he understood, he decided to follow every battle. And I remember him saying, like, uy, parce, es una metralleta. You know what I'm saying? He called me a machine gun. So that always stuck with me, you know what I'm saying, that word. And then I remember later on when I was fucking doing whatever nefarious dope dealing, I was like, yeah, this is that metralleta. So...
Is it just you and Buck Dudley?
Right now, it's just me and Buck Dudley. That's it. It's short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? People can call it an album, mixtape, whatever they want to call it. I don't really have a label for it. It's just a piece. You have definitely a lot of introspection, which I didn't plan on doing, but it just came about that way. You know.
And are Beige and Spike Up on it, or have you not determined?
I think
that yet?
Spike Up's definitely on it. I don't know if Beige is on it. Like, we literally did more than we needed, and we're like doing the last minute thing where it's like, do we do this, do we do that? It's gonna be short, 7, 8 tracks tops. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of the, you know, the sound that you have in Spike Up and Beige, you have it there. Okay. You know, like it's a very spiky, grungy kind of sound. We really try to balance it. Then we have some things that are a little more smooth for you, elevator music. That's what some of my boys call me too. It's like, yo, you're gonna be doing the pollo style, or you're gonna be doing the elevator man style. They call me the elevator man when I get on the loops and I'm just like talking for like 60, 70 bars. So we try to give them both. We try to give it, you know, a little bit of the, you know, the darker energy, but also wanted to have a little balance. But you know, people are never gonna hear it the way I hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the line on Beige where it's like, I forget it now. It's too many rhymes. My daddy hit you with the blade he used to cut the steak. You think I'm saying shit that rhymes well. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know how people
Take it.
these days. It's like, is he serious? Like, is this real or is this just like for my imagination?
Right.
But I tried to put as much, truth into it as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm gonna listen to it a different way. Like I've been listening to whatever version of it. It's probably not the final version, but I'll listen to the final, whatever version of that we have now. And there's definitely moments where I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'll get in my feelings. I'm like, shit, that shit's whack. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, that's fucked up that we went through that.
Yeah.
So I hope people can appreciate it and see that there's some depth to it, not just like someone trying to capitalize off of a small amount of momentum because Static gave me a look or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try to do that. I tried to just give you like a real short, sweet, authentic portrait of my life without being too like whiny about it.
Yeah. And then talk to me about the artwork. Like who was responsible for it, and then like what were those conversations like in terms of like accurately capturing what you were trying to present.
This is a Russian artist. Her name is Eileen, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Literally just found her on the internet, just trying to get like cover art years ago to pop for blogs. And I was like, oh yeah, you need cover art. The song can't just be good. You need to have cover art. I hated that shit. So she had done a couple things for me, and I was looking through my old stuff, and I'm like, yo, she's dope. She does everything with like watercolor. So I was like, you know what? Shit, like when I do pieces or projects, whatever you want to call it, like she'll do the art for it because I want everything to tie together. So I already have the cover art for like the next 4 or 5 projects. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it was easy to come up with this one because I was like, I already know what's coming. And then of course I wanted to do the baby thing because Matic, Ready to Die. It's like, all right, this is like for a lot of people, this is going to be the first time where they hear you and you know what I'm saying, take a gander into your life, what you've been through. So let me start from there. So it's pretty dark. The project is pretty like, and it's weird because like I said, I don't think people will hear it the way I hear it. Like I'll hear it and be like, fuck, that sucked. But people might hear it and be like, oh, he said that. Oh, yeah, he hit the doo-doo face. But like, for me, it's like, it's kind of a lot of painful truths in there.
Yeah.
But I knew that, I had to get that out of my system as a foundation. And I'd love to like brighten it up a little bit moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Sonically, even with the lines, I want to have more like comedy in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to make you laugh a little more. So it should be good. I'm hoping that it's received well. You know what I'm saying? You can never know how people are going to listen to it, but we definitely put our best foot forward. Buck's a pretty intelligent guy, and that's the good thing about it, us being friends. I could sit there and get like 15 beats from him and be like, 14 of these suck. And he'll never catch feelings. And it's the same with me. He could tell me like, yo, rewrite this verse or whatever. So I think that allows us to put our best foot forward. You know what I'm saying?